Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact set of reactions. Today we have kind of a team-up reaction ask of both Harshit and Lightning in the comments of the last video. So I'm going to be getting to these two. This is Furina's entrance theme, which I am not going to try and pronounce because it might end up getting me demonetized right off the bat. It's close enough. If you don't think it is, think about how it's said, and also Euphoric Ride, which I can say because it doesn't sound like anything else in a weird accent. So I guess without further ado, I'm gonna get to these. Let's go. Oh. It kind of started without me saying go. Oh. I heard something kind of familiar in there. I'm gonna have to listen to that again. Why does this sound like Carmen? Is that why it sounds familiar? I mean, it's kind of got that vibe anyway, but... I'm definitely listening to that beginning part again. Oh, just a little bit of a random resolve there at the end. I didn't expect there to be one. I found out what this was. It's subtle and it's a little bit different. And then it changes. That's the Barber of Seville. It's, again, a little bit different, but, like, they snuck that in there. I don't even know if that was intentional, but that's, like, the build-up for Barber of Seville's overture. That's really cool, especially since the rest of it is tango. Anyway, back to what I was gonna say. So, obviously, like I'd already said in that prior clip, this is tango. It's definitely got that, like, Carmen vibe to it because a lot of Carmen's known music is also tango, and it just kind of vibes in that same space. So this is really cool because it gives me a different perspective of how the character is that I didn't have before necessarily. That's not me expecting Furina to be a gypsy in any sort of way, but it does allude to a character that's a little bit more different than what I had previously thought. I didn't know that she would be reflected by this sort of music, and this sort of music has a dance to it. Of course, it's tango. There's a beauty to it, but there's also a lightheartedness to it. There's a goofiness almost to it. But starting out with that little presumed homage to Barbara of Seville makes me feel like she's a silly person. She has a goofiness to her because Barbara of Seville is a comedy, and that build-up kind of leads you to, oh, what's about to happen? And then it dips into this tango. So, like, it almost makes me feel like she is goofy, but she also kind of tries to keep herself a little bit restrained when she has to, but in general is also a goofball. And this also plays into the gypsy thing because Carmen isn't exactly a good character, and since this whole thing kind of gives me that same vibe, and overall the song itself just has a very similar energy to that, not even just the tango part itself, but it also feels like they're trying to keep this even lighter hearted bounce to it, even more than the natural tango already has. That would allude to it being a comedy in addition. So what I'm getting out of this song is that she's kind of a goofball, maybe a little bit of a spoiled brat if there is more of a connection to Carmen than I'm expecting. I would totally see that being a thing because that's kind of Carmen's character. She's not exactly a good person, it's just that she's the main character. So maybe Furina has a little bit of a main character syndrome that would totally work out for both Carmen and Barbara of Seville because they both kind of have that going on, and it's where their comedic moments happen. But still there's a drama to it. There's such drama to tango. So maybe she's also just like one of those like, ah, no, woe is me. Daddy didn't give me more hundreds of dollars today. Like, I don't know what she's actually like, but that sort of sound is kind of what gives me that feeling. So I'm feeling maybe that's a little bit it. I'm not entirely positive. It could just be a tango for the sake that it's a very, song and dance sort of track. It could just be tango for the sake of being tango and having that flow to it, that like natural beauty that it does have, that danciness, that lighthearted sing-songy vibe. But also, if we're talking character themes, and especially one that's supposed to be be like an entrance for this character, it's gotta be playing into her character a little bit. So I've got a really good feeling that that little homage in the beginning to Barbara of Seville, or at least what I think is most definitely because that would totally play to the character. The rest of like the Carmen stuff might just be me, honestly, but hey, if the shoe fits, she can wear it, but I'm assuming it's not gonna be enough for her, the little spoiled princess goofball that she may be. But that's also not to say I'm getting like a spoiled rotten baby out of it. It's just the goofiness, but also there's definitely the drama to it. That's where I'm getting most of that like spoiled brat energy, but that could just be that she's dramatic. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with money really, but it could. So I'm gonna stick with that because I'm pretty confident in that. I'm not the most confident I've ever been, but I could totally see it. But I have another song to listen to, so let's hear what Euphoric Ride has in store, shall we? Oh, that's different. Ooh, wow. Very big jovial happiness in that one. Oh yeah. Oh, we happy. We chillin'. We flying. We in the clouds. A little bit of a descent there. Where are we going next? Oh, down farther. Woo. Oh, this one's neat. It's got such a large dynamic range. This is one of the most vibey songs I've heard in a while from Genshin. But like, whew, very positive vibes, specifically. God, that was so much fun. Oh man, that put me in such a good mood. This almost reminded me of Super Mario Odyssey's soundtrack, or even Super Mario Galaxy in some ways. Like, it had that happiness to it, this childlike wonder, this nostalgic backbone that is very hard to get to. This is truly the sound of that childlike wonder when you see that really cool special interest for the first time in your life, and you're just like, there it is. There's the rest of my future in front of me. I've got to learn everything I can about this, dive into it, jump in the rabbit hole face first, because I'm never coming out. And just having that energy in a song is so, so nice. Like I said, it's a different nostalgia from the other ones where it's like, oh, I feel like I'm coming back home, or it's just some other vibe going on. Even if it's still kind of thinking about your childhood, it might just be a different moment in that time. This is truly that childlike wonder manifest. It is perfect for that. It sounds exactly like what I said during the reaction. Flying through the clouds, there's nothing in the way to stop you. You can go wherever you want. You know, your imagination is absolutely limitless, and you have the power to do whatever you want with that. And that's what this song does for me. It is so much fun. It almost reminds me a little bit of like Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks too. Specifically that soundtrack of you riding down the train tracks in that game is just kind of similarly fun. It has as much of that lift, but more specifically for me, definitely the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack. That has so much of the same vibe that this song does. You could literally plop this anywhere in Super Mario Galaxy and I wouldn't even notice. I would just be like, hey, they updated Galaxy at some point. I didn't know they still updated Wii games, and I would just have a good time playing it. I love this energy so, so much. Like, aside from a few minor notes in there because that would be in the key anyway, everything in this song was in the major key, and it was so happy, light, and fun. And the name Euphoric Ride totally fits this. It is the perfect title. It sounds like a euphoric ride. I already brought up Spirit Tracks. Like, that's the most one-to-one comparison to that title you can pretty much get. Hey, I'm in a train. Let's go. Let's go on an adventure and have some fun. A little bit of Wind Waker even, kind of the same vibe there, where it's just like, here's the open ocean, the countless things you can do out here, endless adventures. You know, that's the energy this one has. And while the last one, I got into a little bit more with like how the song means and what it may mean to a character, I feel like this one isn't a character song. It is probably for a location or like a journey to a location, a very specific energy that only belongs in having an adventure sprawled out in front of you and just countless opportunities and options await in the distance. And you just can't help but get hype, you know? It's just truly that incarnate. They did an amazing job on this one. The composer couldn't have picked a perfect way to write this song. And then again, that title, just chef's kiss perfection on the sound, on the vibes, on just the way it exists. I love this one. I'm putting this into multiple playlists for just getting my mood up and having a good time. This is the sort of song where it's like, if I need a pick-me-up in the morning, not something to like pump me up, but just to remind me that I'm alive, this is the song. This is going right on my like hype playlist. But I think that's about all I gotta say on this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you have any other songs you want me to get to, by all means, drop them in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to them, even though it'll probably be harsh shit again because it's always harsh shit. And I said I wouldn't give him shit anymore, but I have to. It's harsh shit. I've gotta give him a little bit of crap, you know? It's just, he's always there. But anyway, if you like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!